Welcome to Seven Rivers Sports. I'm your host, Terry Erickson. Each week, an inside look into sports, wellness, fitness. Hey, today, spotlight shines bright on Viterbo University women's golf. Yeah, golf. It's starting to get nice out. You know, head coach Ken Barrett, along with the two of his juniors, Michaela Pisinger, Ashley Hansen. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Good to be here.
Well, Coach, you've been in here you've been here so many times. It's you just set your record, but 10th season, you just finished your 10th season, and you've had a history of success, perhaps even more than you even anticipated, not just on the golf course, but academically.
Yeah, these are smart ladies. They take the high-powered classes, and we're real proud of what goes on there. We have a competition each semester for the highest grade point amongst varsity teams, and I think in the 18 or so times we've won at about 13 of those, and we've had we have a 4-year award for a senior that has the highest grade point in the athletic department, and I think we've had 4 or 5 winners of that in the course of our 10 years. So recruit the smart ones, you don't have a lot of problems, Terry. That's the issue.
So when you go out on the recruiting trail, and of course you measure the success of a college program on recruiting, we all know that, in terms of results, but you're up front with them right away when you recruit, and you tell them these are high expectations that you need to attain.
I think more important, they have high expectations, and I think that's the kind of people we try to recruit. I mean, we try to find people that, we prioritize family first, school second, and then golf, and we recruit good golfers that will accept that as the criteria for us being successful, and so far it's worked out pretty well.
Well, it's worked out pretty well because you got 2 successful people, students, golfers, starting with Michaela Pisinger from Appleton, Wisconsin, and all conference as a high school player, academic standout, involved in student government. So you had a wide degree of success. I mean, you used your high school years and you benefited in a variety of ways, didn't you?
I tried my best to, yeah. Yep.
How did you do that? I mean, was that expectation that your parents had for you?
Yeah, it was a lot of my parents and also just my hobbies. A lot of my friends were into extracurriculars and sports, and we all kind of supported each other that way.
So you started playing very young, did you?
Yeah.
And you had some good teachers when you were young, and you were exposed to the game a lot younger than many people, of course. And did you always think, well, someday I may be a college golfer?
I never really thought about it until probably high school, and then I started getting a little better, and my coaches were like, well, you really have some potential here, and I started to see that in myself too, and I worked harder at it and played a lot with my family and friends. So.
Well, Coach, you also recruited a special athlete from Hayward, where we like to go in the summer, not the winter, but in the summertime. Most valuable player in high school. You were all academic. You played soccer. I mean, you had a well-rounded high school career also, didn't you?
Yeah, I really like to keep busy in high school, and I think that helped with golf and soccer and staying strong in school also. And that's kind of what carried me to college, is that I wanted to keep busy, and I found that if I have too much time, I wasn't doing well academically, so it helps to, have a lot of things going for you and have that support with teammates and teachers. 2-sport
athlete, excelled in the classroom, and then had you even heard of Viterbo University way up north in the Northwood section? Did you think about playing golf too?
No, actually, I hadn't heard of Viterbo, and I was playing at the state tournament in Madison and I ran into Coach Barrett there, and he
The
taught.
rest is history.
Yeah, I think he witnessed the 3-putt maybe on the 18th hole, but still took me in. So.
You got a problem with a 3-putt or what?
Well, prefer not to have them.
You know, when I'm on the putting green, I'll ask people how I should play the shot, and you know, some of the more sarcastic friends will say, "Terry, if I were you, I'd try to keep it low."
Yeah, the putt.
Does that give you any? Maybe sometime when it turns nice, we could go out on the course and maybe teach us old guys some new lessons. What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
They've had good instruction.
Have they? Well, let's go back down memory lane. You pick up a golf club for the very first time. You are the age of?
Oh, it was probably around 2 or 3.
And after 6 or 8 times, you finally hit the ball, right?
Yeah, missed a couple times.
So go back down memory lane and talk about those early experiences. Did you have somebody that you have fond memories of that taught you the sport?
Yeah, my dad's actually a PGA teaching professional, so golf has been in our family forever. And he started both my brother and I young, and I've so many memories of us just, out on the putting green. And then as I got older, right before a match, if we would leave at 8 a.m., my dad and I would go out to the range, and we'd have to have the headlights on the car going because it was too dark to see still, but just to get a few more swings in before leaving for a tournament. So.
Oh, good. And the age of Michaela, when you first put that club in your hand?
I honestly don't remember. I probably sometime around preschool or something like that.
And you fell in love with the sport? Or
Yeah,
not so quickly?
It was just a thing I did with my family, and so just kind of came as we went on like weekend activities, and I don't know, my dad really likes it. My mom does too, and my brother's pretty good, so.
Coach, we've had you on the show many times, and of course this was your first season that you were not an assistant basketball coach in the V-Hawk men's program.
Yeah.
So you took the winter off. But I want to just talk about a couple things. First of all, the V-Hawk men had a pretty good year. Did you have a hard time sitting in the stands?
Yeah, not really. I actually tell people I gave up the assistant job and took a head job. I was a head 6th grade coach at Cashton. I decided to coach my grandson, so it was a nice experience, and I enjoyed that. And we actually finished that season this past weekend, and so it was fun doing that. I kept in contact with Wayne Wagner, the head coach. He and I talked often, and I got to sit behind the bench and yell at the refs and not have to worry about getting a technical foul or any of that kind of stuff. So it was all right. I mean,
in case you forgot, I'm a referee.
I didn't forget it at all. That's why I mentioned it. So
I don't know if your athletes here knew that, but and of course you must be keeping track, as all of our viewers in the Cooley region are keeping track of the Central Red Raiders. You were the head coach there for decades. We took the team to a state tournament twice.
a couple times we were there.
I was there both times when you were there. Of course, Coach Barrett, a teammate of mine, a friend of mine from Logan, years and years ago, and still a good friend. And so you must be keeping track of that, and that must be extremely important to you too.
Yeah, I keep tabs on them. Interesting enough, every coach at Central High School in basketball was either an assistant coach of mine or a player of mine. So it's like family. I tell people I'm like the grandpa of that family, and they really are a basketball family over there. I'm really proud that I can be the grandpa. I was a part of all that once, and so I have some real ties there.
Well, you were a big part of it, and we hope that the road continues from the teams in the Cooley region, and Central, hopefully one of them that will elevate their game even more and get to the Kohl Center, because we'll be there watching. But I want to mention this, in case our viewers did not know this. Just recently, in fact, last summer of 2016, Coach Barrett was inducted into the National Court of Honor, basketball sort of National Hall of Fame. Wow. I don't know how many people knew that, but now the world knows it.
Yeah.
What an incredible accomplishment. Emotional, too, wasn't it?
And it was a very humbling time. I I tell people it was pretty much a tribute to the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association and all the people that do the work there. We have very much the best coaches association in the country. A lot of people have copied what we've done, and fortunately, I know that basketball system, our coaches association, rules, regulations, the system of it all pretty well, and so a lot of people contacted me. Actually, when they called and said, you're going to be inducted, I asked, I said, you sure you got the right number? I think you might have a wrong number here, because most of the work was like behind the scenes work, that helping other organizations get better throughout the country, and the group itself growing. I think there were about 6 associations there when we started, and it's up to about 38 now, and maybe 25 of those 38 are running the Wisconsin program because they copied what we do. And so it was really more of a honor for Wisconsin, and I was fortunate enough to be the name put on the plaque, so
Well,
I felt good about it.
Well, an honor for Wisconsin basketball, but an honor for the years that you've been dedicated to the sport, to the WBCA, and so on. So your leadership was recognized appropriately, and that's central. We were working a game recently, and you were part of a pregame ceremony, and that was pretty special too. And I'm sure our viewers saw that as part of our game at La Crosse Central. Well, we're going to step aside just for a minute, and we're going to come back and talk more about Viterbo Golf and a special event happening just next week. We'll be right back.
LASIK surgery at Mayo Clinic Health System.
Well, I was very nearsighted. I couldn't see 3 feet in front of me without things being blurry, so I had to wear glasses.
We screen patients. We try to make sure that they're appropriate candidates for LASIK, that their prescription is within the range, that it's reasonable to do it, that they have a good understanding of what they can expect, that they have a good understanding of what the benefits are and what the risks are.
For more information on LASIK surgery, contact Mayo Clinic Health System.
At Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, we have assembled a championship team
who listens to what your needs are.
We install carrier comfort systems that improve the comfort, efficiency, and the air quality of your home and workplace.
We serve you with highly trained technicians who are prompt, friendly, and honest.
For Gold Star treatment, turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort is our business.
Welcome back to Seven Rivers Sports. Again, today the spotlight on Viterbo University women's golf. Lots of things to talk about in the second half with head coach Ken Barrett, along with Michaela Pisinger and Ashley Hansen. Well, Michaela Pisinger from Appleton, you are involved in the student advisory club at Viterbo. You're a big sister at the Appleton Boys and Girls Club. You just are involved in a lot of things because that's who you are, Michaela, isn't it?
I guess so. I mean, if you put it that way. But yeah, I enjoy it. I do like kind of getting involved. And
well, but that means you have leadership skills if you're a SAC member. What does that mean?
Well, we're team representatives, I guess you could say. For each sport has a few people that are on the committee, and we just are kind of the voice of our sports teams. So
good. And of course, you're a leader too, and on the dean's list, and Ashley Hansen again from Hayward, where they play golf 2 weeks out of the year because the rest of the time it's too cold.
That's true.
Anyway, let's. You're involved in school, and let's put your academic hat on for a minute, because Coach Barrett says you do have to go to classes once in a while.
Every once in a while, yes.
So is that difficult to balance all that? And where's your classes going to take you? What field?
That's a good question. So right now with nursing, we've had a lot of different clinical experiences in maternity and pediatrics and adult, but every time I leave a clinical, I go, this is what I want to do. So I guess I'm not sure where I'm headed yet, because I'm...
Well, one of my favorite nurses, and you maybe know this from your classes, who's the mother of all nursing is Florence Nightingale.
Yes.
You know that. Mm-hmm. And by the way, she wasn't my nurse, but she's the mother of nursing, and I was thinking about it. She said that nurses need to be hard workers, caring, empathetic, kind of something from above with a halo over their head, emotionally stable, adaptable, quick thinker. Do you guys have all those characteristics? Because if you don't have Florence Nightingale's personality, you might be in trouble.
Ooh,
That's true.
tough act to follow, but
But she was the sort of the consummate nurse. Yes or no?
yeah.
I would agree with that.
And so it is a challenge, no question about it. And I mean, it's more rewarding than challenging. But have you looked at like what the expectations are?
Yeah, our school curriculum is very rigorous, but I think another part of it is the stuff you don't learn in the classroom. It's like how to communicate and how to really be a good nurse for your patient, and that just comes from, how you grow up and the experience you have. So I think we take a lot from golf, and we take it from our families and apply that to nursing.
Well, then you take good communication skills, you take deep, empathetic personality, patience, quick thinker. I mean, all those things that you put on the golf course, all those life sort of attributes and life lessons certainly are part of being a nurse. And teaching life skills is what you're all about too, Coach Barrett.
Well, I take a lot of pride in these ladies. I mean, we have four juniors that are roommates, 3 nurses and 1 dietetics person. They tell me what I should eat when we're on the road. They make sure I have a good meal, But
the question is, does he take their advice?
Not all the time, that's for sure. But I think you touched on some good things, though, that I find them really good teammates. They care about each other. I have never I know right away when someone's having a bad day on the golf course. I let them know. One of your teammates is having a good day. You just go enjoy their good day. I let the good day person say, hey, someone's having a bad day, and they take care of each other so well. We're really a family, and I think that's a big key to it all for us. So
it is. And
we're very much a golf family, and we're there for each other through the good times and the tough times. And I probably have said 100 times, smile through the double bogeys in life and on the golf course, and that's kind of our attitude about it all. So that's a good thing. I should take that advice too, I think. But good advice. Real quickly, we're going to get to the golf show, so don't stay with us. One of my favorite sort of playwrights and people that I quote once in a while is a guy by the name of Shakespeare. I paid attention in high school and college. Shakespeare said something that was pretty profound. What was that, Michaela?
Well, in one of them, he said that like the world's your oyster. So that's one of my favorite.
What does that mean to you?
Well, I think
the origin of that?
Yeah, it was in the wives.
That's right.
Yeah, that one. And I think it was mainly like taking each opportunity and finding like the best thing in each, and like not underestimating anything. Well,
and the bigger the oyster, the bigger the pearl. But here's the thing, though. If you capture an oyster, and of course they're hard to open because they protect the pearl, not all oysters have pearls.
Right.
So that's the difficulty. But you do like Shakespeare, and by the way, it was The Merry Wives of Windsor.
Yes, that
was the name of it, in case you're wondering. But that's your philosophy of life. You like that? What philosophy of life for Ashley Hansen would be what?
I would say it's just taking it one shot at a time. Like, you have to just approach life with, you never know what's going to come next, so you just have to, if you have a challenge, you can overcome it and then just see what's going on. And then.
But when I look at you too, I think of one word, and I think this describes you. You know what that word is? Passion.
Oh, passion, yes.
You have a passion for school, you have a passion for life, you have a passion for golf, you have a passion for the coaches you like. You just have a passion. Is that your key word?
Yes, I'd say passion and laughter are the 2 most important things in life.
Good. I mean, those are 2 pretty profound words. Well, we might come back to a couple things, but we need to get to the golf show, which is part of this show today. The golf show at Matthews Center on the University of Viterbo's campus on March 3rd and 4th. I want to hear all about that, Coach, and maybe you girls can chime in, because I know they're involved for the rest of the show. But
it's our biggest fundraiser. It's the Greater Lacrosse Golf Show, Golf Expo, has been around for a number of years. We've been involved as a team for probably 9 of the 10 years. Started out very much just as a small fundraiser where people would bring in clubs that they wanted to sell, like a golf rummage sale, for lack of a better way of describing it. It kind of started to grow for us, and we sell some coupon books there that have golf courses in it, amongst other things. A year ago, it changed hands a number of times. It was at the Lacrosse Center for a while, then out at Stony Creek, and the cost of it was going up. A year ago, Scott Ott, who was running it at the time, said, not sure we're going to be able to afford to run it out. Prices are going up. So we said, let's try it at the Viterbo at our field house at the Matthews Center. We were able to get it for the weekend, and so we started to be the co-host, and it's a major fundraiser for us, and we all have about 25 vendors in from all over the state, and some from Minnesota, golf courses coming in to tell us about their courses, selling memberships, selling punch cards. The golf headquarters from lacrosse is going to be there. Northland Golf, Golf Outlet out of Milwaukee is coming. We have PGA pros, Jim from the Country Club coming in and giving a tip from the pro kind of thing.
I could use that, by the way.
We're encouraging parents to bring their children in. We have 12 excellent golfers who give lessons to the kids. 2 of them are joining us today. And
He's still right here?
Yes, indeed. Yes. So our golf team will give a free lesson to any youngster that comes in that wants a lesson. We have clubs there for them that'll match their size.
And you have putting contests?
We have a Pepsi putting contest where you can knock in a long one and get a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. And,
I'm into that one.
And we have all kinds of other things. Golf ball sales, used golf balls, but they still work. And so we'll do all of that. And
I use a lot of used ones, but my friends that I golf with, they get upset when there's that little ring on there that I use,
That's okay. You gotta try it. That's all right.
From the driving range.
That's okay.
So these girls are going to be a big part of it, and there's a swap sale, too?
Well, that's the rummage sale thing. Over the course of the years, we've done this long enough that we probably have 1,000 clubs. There are sets of clubs and then individual clubs. A quick, interesting story. We go around to clubs and say, all those golf clubs that people left on the course, would you mind donating them to our program? People take 3 or 4 clubs up because they don't know which one they're going to use around the green. Use one, put it down, putt, leave, and they leave 2 clubs there. Don't come.
You described me, by the way.
Okay, so we go and get some of those clubs and put a $5 price tag on it. 2 or 3 times each show, someone comes up with a club and says, "Did you get this club at Forest Hills?" And I answer yes, and they say, "This is my club." Oh. And I say, "Do you want to buy it back?" And they always do. They always pay $5 to buy it back.
Now, here's one last question I have. Can I trade my clubs in that have Roman numerals on there? That's how old they are, for some relatively new clubs?
We can find something for you for sure. That's a for sure. Honestly, a number of people change clubs every 2 or 3 years. And so they'll come and donate their old set of clubs that's 2 or 3 years old.
That are nice.
Well, they're certainly nice enough for 2 of the guys sitting at this. These ladies might want something a little better, but you and I can certainly use those. It's a nice adventure for us, but a major fundraiser that we need help. People come out and see what we have.
Well, we're going to do our best to promote that, and I'll talk about it in broadcasts as we continue our high school coverage this week. Tonight I'm at Holman, on Thursday at Central, and Friday and Saturday we have games, so I will talk about that too.
If you would.
And promote that for you. It's a fundraiser. Can they go on the website and find information?
There's information on the website. We have signs around town now, a lot of banners and things up, and so it's Friday 2 to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, at the Matthew Center right on campus of Viterbo.
Plenty of parking around
Once
there.
you get there, and parking was a major issue a year ago, so we even have the Fine Arts Center parking lot will be available, and we have a bus shuttle that's going to shuttle people around to the front door, so you don't have to walk that far anymore.
Good.
We got some shuttling going.
So March 2nd and 3rd.
March 3rd and 4th.
March 3rd and 4th. So the Viterbo University Women's Golf Expo, get there, and it's supposed to be a nice weekend, by the way. Get there and check things out, win some prizes, only $5 to get in. And
We have a couple of really nice things quickly. Fox Hills Resort is over on the eastern side of the state, Sheboygan, Manitowoc area. They're giving, for every paid attendance, they're giving 18 holes of golf and a free night stay at their resort.
oh my gosh, I'm coming, and I hope our viewers come too. Well, this has been a great show, and it always goes by too fast, but we appreciate Coach Ken Barrett, Michaela Pisinger, and Ashley Hansen. Viterbo University Women's Golf for being on our show today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We'll be right back with some basketball highlights right after this.
LASIK surgery at Mayo Clinic Health System.
I can see. I don't have to wear my glasses for driving, to go to the movies, for reading.
And I think it's a wonderful thing to offer people that freedom and independence of lenses, whether they're contact lenses or glasses, to be able to function every day from the morning to the evening and not think about it.
For more information on LASIK surgery, contact Mayo Clinic Health System.
At Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, we have assembled a championship team
who listens to what your needs are.
We install carrier comfort systems that improve the comfort, efficiency, and the air quality of your home and workplace.
We serve you with highly trained technicians who are prompt, friendly, and honest.
For Gold Star treatment, turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is our business.
Welcome back to Seven Rivers Sports. Well, we are deep into the high school basketball postseason, and our cameras are busy covering both boys and girls basketball action. Well, Monday night, Rick and I were at the Reinhardt Athletic Center on the campus of Aquinas High School, the #1 ranked Blue Goals versus Partyville in regional final play. Aquinas used a strong defense and an explosive offense to steamroll through the WIA Division IV tournament with a 83-30 convincing win over Partyville. Aquinas was up 20 at half and continued to dominate throughout the second half. 3 Blue Gold starters led the way: Lexi Donarski 22, Whitney Raisin 15, and Jessa Peterson 13. In all, 13 different Blue Golds scored in that game. Partyville was led by NC2A Division II recruit Michaela Barrett with 15 points. And Partyville ends the season 19-5, while the 24-0 Blue Golds lock horns with another unbeaten team, the Melrose Medora Mustangs, also 24-0, on Thursday in the sectional semis at Central High School. We will be courtside to bring you all of the action. Adam and I were at the Bernie Ferry Fieldhouse on the campus of Holman High School on Tuesday to watch Holman play New Richmond in a first-round regional game. Teams exchanged baskets in the first half, with Holman taking a slim 32-29 lead into intermission. In the second half, Steve Blank's Vikings outscored New Richmond 42-25 to win going away, 74-54. Three-sport star Austin Brond led the way with 22 points. Brond is 7 points away from the 1,000 mark in his high school career, which could happen on Friday night. Jimmy Gillespie followed with 12, while Craig Newsom Jr. and Michael Shumway each contributed 10 points. Ryan Jansen led New Richmond with 11 points as they close the season 7-16. Holman plays at Central on Friday night, and we'll be there to bring you the action. Finally, our cameras were also busy in Sparta on Tuesday for a first-round game, Ashland versus the Spartans. Sparta came out red hot, taking a huge 31-17 lead into halftime. The Spartans played solid defense and were impressive from the free throw line, going 21 of 26. Senior Matthew Pauley had a game-best 21 points, powered by 3 3-pointers. Teammate Caleb Schaff added 15. Ashland was led by Jordan Brennan with 14 points as they end the season 8-15. Sparta takes its 11-2 record into the second round, traveling to number 3 seeded Rice Lake on Friday night. Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's show. I'm your host, Terry Erickson, hoping that you will have an active and a healthy week ahead. So long from all of us here at 7 Rivers Sports.